Alright guys, thanks for tuning in to Super Obvious. I'm B Diz the Rockstar.
I am Werds Illah.
You know who it is, Mr. 4.0.
In this video, we are talking about Power Season 6, Episode 3, entitled Forgot About Dre. What is the first thing that you guys notice when the show starts? Oh, the original music is back.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, 50 talked about it. It was jokes for days and days about that. But give the people what they want, man.
He's only doing it because he directed this.
Oh yeah, we do need to note that very.
Shout out 50 Cent, good job.
Yeah.
We already know that's the only reason why he did. He's gonna go back to the Dre songs next one, so
We'll see.
So the show opens up with Dre with his daughter, and his daughter's crying. Donovan, along with other, cops,
Agents of sorts
are told, they tell Dre that he is about to testify. And
she's crying crazy. He's trying to make up for some, she's crying like this all night, man. He's like, well, you holding her wrong or something. He takes her, he holds her and just like changes one angle or something.
right after that, Donovan notices somebody outside.
at the end of the door.
He radios to make sure where everyone is.
Yeah.
Huge gunshot goes to the front door.
Yeah, blows everything
And a
off that door.
humongous gunfight comes out.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh
I mean
my
everybody
God.
was getting shot in the head.
Headshots all around.
This person got shot
All
in the
around.
head, and then that person, when that person shot that person in the head, the other person shot that person in the head. Like domino
Yeah,
effect.
which is crazy.
It gets down to just Dre, his daughter, and Donovan.
Yeah, and Donovan apparently had got hit too. He got shot like somewhere up here in his chest, somewhere in this
It was
area.
like right up in
Yeah,
his-
almost in his neck. Really,
Yeah.
So.
Donovan does kill the last guy that's left. Once that happens, Dre picks up a gun, kicks away Donovan's gun,
Yes.
and puts the gun to Donovan's face, threatening to kill him, telling him he's gonna kill him.
Yeah, basically. And
Yeah.
he's like, no, don't do this. I just basically saved your life. And he's like, I didn't ask you to do that.
Yeah.
Cold-hearted, puts the gun to his head. Bow, bow. 2 shots. And his
And the-
daughter's hood had just fell off.
Yeah, he got blood all on his daughter's face
Man,
and
this
stuff.
cold-hearted stuff going on.
Next scene, we have a meeting with Sax and Proctor's ex-wife, and they talk about the tracker that she had put, I believe it was last episode?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah,
Yeah, last
yeah.
put it on her daughter's book bag.
And she was basically telling him that, it's illegal, I'm a lawyer, and I don't want it to come back to me. He's like, it won't, trust me.
Next scene is really quick. We see Dre with his daughter. They seem to be at a train station or a bus station or something,
It's like,
where
ticket.
and he gets kind of like bum rush out of nowhere and gets pretty much apprehended.
USA basically came back, got his ass.
Next, we have Sax and Warner talking about what happened. Pretty much Sax is getting chewed out
Yes.
by Warner.
He's telling him, like, you're not going to fuck up this Jimenez case for me.
She's not gonna walk.
Not on my watch.
Yeah, not on my watch.
Next, we have Dre being brought to Sax, and Sax wants to know what happened earlier at the safe house.
Ooh, yeah.
And he was like, I don't know. Y'all was supposed to protect me.
Yeah.
Dre says that he is not testifying, and Sax is like, yeah, you are.
Yeah, you kind of are. But you kind of are, though.
You kind of are, though. That's the thing, is you really are. Next, we have Tate, who is enjoying himself.
Oh,
He's
thoroughly.
He's getting lucky.
Oh, God. And the cue he gave to the dude on the phone he talking to, he was like, yeah, I think we should go ahead with that.
Yeah, he answers the phone while he's still having sex.
Pretty,
That's one of my moves,
Next we have Tate, who is with like his campaign, like he's in an office where this lady comes in named Ramona.
Yes.
And she kind of like fires like half of Tate's crew.
Yeah, basically.
And is replacing it with people of her choosing.
From the
pretty much.
DNC.
Yeah,
Basically,
from the
she's coming
DNC.
from DC, the head of the Democratic National Convention, and saying, we're going to come in because we need you for stuff we're trying to do, and you need us for the win, basically.
Next scene, we have Tommy and Keisha meeting up with Tommy's crew.
What's the dude's name with the glasses? I always forget his name. What did he say,
He was
dude?
like,
When she walked in?
he was like, yo, is that Keisha?
Her ass like a solar
Yeah,
eclipse.
yeah.
Next, we have Tommy and Tasha in the car. They're smoking a blunt. They're like by the docks or something, it looks
Yeah.
like.
And they're both high as a bitch, too.
Basically just talking over their woes right now.
Tommy gets a text from Jason saying that he needs to see him like now.
Yeah, and then Tommy bitch ass like, what am I gonna fucking do? It's before my time, bitch ass.
We go to campus where Tariq is with one of his co-workers on the bed. They're counting money. The girl that works for him, I don't know her name.
Light skinned
Yeah.
girl
Yeah.
that they both like each other on the
Yeah,
boat.
basically.
She says that she's sold out of all the work and she needs some more. We have the meeting when Jason is talking to Tommy, saying that Tommy has not upheld his promise
about Jimenez, about getting Alicia. And he basically says that he wants her out. He's like, well, what do you want me to do to kill her? You know, and he's like, well, I don't want her dead yet. She's supposed to be getting transferred for the case, so I want you to break her out.
And bring her here to me alive.
Yeah.
And what happened also was there was a quick like camera angle
That was dope. That was
where
really dope.
basically it's presenting that Jason is telling Tommy and Ghost the same job that he wants done.
Yeah. The camera cuts immediately after it goes to
transition.
like his face. You see Ghost as soon as it changes the scene. So it was dope.
After that, Tosh goes to pick up Yaz, I believe her name is.
Yeah.
The mom says that she smells like weed. When Tosh picks up Yaz, she says, "You smell funny."
Yeah.
Next scene, we have Tasha with Yaz and Tariq at the new spot. Tariq's basically complaining about
The size of the house.
Basically saying
where
her
it's
house
sweet.
fucking sucks.
Oh yeah, he's being a brat.
She has 2 rooms, one for her and one for baby girl. And the baby girl's room, he was like, no, that bed's too small. She was like, I'm gonna do the blow up. No, I don't want the mattress neither. You can sleep on the couch. The fucking couch? I don't blame him. I wouldn't have slept. I wouldn't even stayed in that fucking house for real.
A little bit after that, Tariq pulls out a stack of money and puts it on the table, and she wants to know how he has that, where'd he get it from?
Because she says something about money issues, and she's
He
like,
was
you know, I'm trying to
maybe
get
I
it
can
right.
fix that for you.
Well, he says he got it from Kanan. And she's like, get that out of here before I burn it. And what are you doing? You don't know him like that. He's like, he wasn't that bad.
There is a knock on the door, and it's Ghost.
And Ghost comes in, he starts talking shit about the house too.
Oh,
So it's like,
because he was originally there to
man.
let her know that he wasn't gonna be able to get baby girl this weekend.
Basically.
And then it was like,
he starts
how
talking
much
about
you
the
paying
house.
for this?
Yeah.
Next scene, we have Sax meeting with Blanca,
Yes, Blanca Rodriguez, yes.
and they're talking about what happened, the hit that happened on the safe house.
They're basically trying to figure out how to piece this together, and he's basically Sack's still going with the idea that Ghost is the one that killed Angela.
And she's starting to actually believe,
He's feeding into it.
that he didn't do it.
Well, let's get Dre involved and tell him to get Ghost, so we can get this whole
I
situation.
think she believes now that Ghost actually did it.
Yeah, I don't think she does, but she's with whatever too, I think, because they're all trying to get what they want, basically.
Oh, a little funny moment is when Sax is talking to her. He says that
He was like, yeah, he's got nice cheekbones. He's like, well, I mean, he's a good-looking guy.
Yeah, she like kind of paused for a second, like,
Okay.
Oh, and they were also talking about nailing Ghost for Angela's murder.
Yeah, that's kind of what they're basically, the end of the scene was they're trying to get that together. So they want Dre to come in on that.
Next scene, we have Ghost and Tariq at the penthouse.
Well, that's Ghost's house now.
Yeah, whatever, man. You know it.
That's Ghost's house.
It's the family's house.
No, that's Ghost's house.
All right, and he asks
Ghost house.
why Tariq is back in the city.
Like, don't let your roommate mess up your studies, spending a lot of money for you to go to that school.
And they talk for a little bit. They
They
hug
talk
it
about
out.
Tommy for a second, because they're talking. He's like, "How long did you know about this situation that he wasn't dead and whatever else?" Because he says something. I forget what he said.
He said, I have to tell you something about your Uncle Tommy.
Oh, and he's trying to give up the face like he doesn't know.
And
Basically,
then Ghost was like,
Ghost
what the
recognized.
fuck? How long have you fucking known
You
these?
my only son. Like, everything goes to you. If I can't trust you, then what am I supposed to do? Basically.
Yeah.
He hugs him and he smirks. He does a ghost move on his dad, and then he walks and says, "Yeah, I'm gonna just leave later on."
As soon as Ghost is gone, Tyreek goes into Raina's room, where underneath the closet floor there is a bag full of work.
Yeah,
Some
his
drugs.
Stuff.
last little
Some
bit
good
of
stuff.
work. Yeah, and then they do a close up of when he closes the mirror. There's a picture of her,
Yep.
and he kind of like looks, for like a half a second, and then he leaves.
Ghost and Proctor talk in the next scene, and one of the first things that Proctor says is, "Whatever the fuck you're thinking about doing, unthink that shit."
Yeah, I think that shit. Yeah, because he comes in and immediately is asking about the situation with Alicia Jimenez. He wants to know when her court case is and all these things. And immediately he's like, "No," like you said, he says that unthinking.
And the ending of the scene is when Ghost tells Proctor that he doesn't want to see Proctor again until Proctor has the information that Ghost wants.
Yes.
Next scene, Tosh is talking with her mom about like money and the daycare service, how to pretty much expand, and Tosh suggests to have more kids, to
And open up a shop,
Yeah.
and she can get a low overhead, she says. And her mom is basically like, "Well, this is retirement. If you would have done what you were supposed to do with your marriage, we wouldn't be in this position."
Team Ghost, she's Team Ghost.
She basically talks a bunch of shit like moms do. Next scene, we go back to campus where Tariq gives his workers some work, and they're complaining. It's
Not
like
as much
Yeah, it's
as
like
it
smaller
was.
than it was.
Yeah.
And he explains that he's having issues or his connects. He's still trying to work things out. Oh, there's a funny part when Tariq tells the one white boy that that works for him, he's like, that's the second time you call me the N-word. Can I say it back?
And both
they
was like,
both
no.
Next scene, we have Proctor with his daughter, and Tommy shows up. Proctor tells the daughter to go upstairs while Proctor and Tommy talk.
And that's when Tommy brings to him the same thing that Ghost came in talking about. I need information on the Jimenez
But
situation.
before they started talking, his daughter came back downstairs, like, is everything okay? And he was like, yeah. And then I tell you to go upstairs. She's like, yeah, I'm just coming to get my stuff. Good thing she got her book bag. You see that part?
No, what were we missing?
Remember, she grabbed her book bag has a tracker on it still.
Oh,
It still had it.
I believe so, yeah.
I wasn't really paying attention
It might
to
have.
that.
I'm not even sure.
That's dope, if that's what it is.
Tommy tells Proctor that there's a plan and he's going to be breaking Alicia out of jail.
It's like, oh God, you know, again with this guy.
Next we go to Ghost's club where he's talking to Ramona, and they talk about like the reputation that he has and the charges that he was facing.
Yeah.
And he makes her a drink and they talk about Tate's campaign. Next, where Tariq is in his room, and once the girl that works for him comes in, Tariq pretty much kicks everybody out.
He's like, y'all gotta go.
He's in there drinking a bottle. There's two other girls, and there's his homie and shit, his roommate.
He's like, y'all gotta get the fuck out. Y'all gotta go.
And he's like, this is my room too. He's like, nah, not right now. This is my shit.
Yeah, and they play chess again.
Yep.
And they just talk. They talk about what's going on in each other's lives.
Yeah.
and
She talks about how she lost her brother to a robbery gone bad or whatever. She says something about his sister, and he kind of opens up a little bit and just like, I be feeling alone or whatever. And she's like, well, you're not alone because I'm here.
It goes back to Tommy and his crew, and he's explaining, like, he has a map out and he's trying to pretty much make the plan on how they're actually going to break Alicia out.
And it's getting heated, I guess you could say, because they start going back and forth.
Yeah, they start bickering back and forth, and his homie's like, basically, I'll cut that shit out. I'm gonna give you guys a bullet sandwich.
Yeah.
A bullet sandwich.
Dude was like, yeah, man, you lost a lot of weight, man. You stopped eating the McDonald's.
Oh yeah.
He's like, man, y'all know only got one
something,
kidney,
Slim
man.
Grim.
Keisha walks up, and she can kind of sense that something's going on.
And Tommy's basically like, you know, I think I figured out how we're gonna find out where she is and how to get into the bathroom.
He had a huge smirk on his face.
Yeah, exactly.
Next, we have Tate discussing a few things with his team, like his campaign. Ghost show up. He shows up, and Tate doesn't look very thrilled to see him.
Yeah.
He has like butthurt written all over his face.
Yeah, I know.
Next scene, we have Tate and Ramona at a restaurant, and Tosh shows up, and she is mad at Tate because he exploited Raina's funeral.
Yes,
For his greater gain.
Yeah, exactly. But he's telling her basically that we need you on board with Ghost in order to make some of these things work out the way we need them for my campaign or whatever. She's like, yo, you can cut the shit, you know, you don't need all this extra stuff, you know, you can just come to straight or whatever. He's like, what are you talking about? And she's like, you know, I know what you are, what you've done or whatever, but Ramona kind of comes in and is like, I know how it can be with the divorce and all these things that you're going through and whatnot. And so she tries to lighten the mood, and then he's like, okay, well, what can we do, you know, to make this so that you'll do this? And she's like, well, I need a new business, an independent business. If you can do that, then I'll help you out. And then Ramona's like, we can make that work.
And she got up and she was like, I like you.
We go to the prison where we see Alicia. She's like in her jailhouse suit, and then gets changed into court clothes that you noticed was really quick.
Yeah,
Like really quick. Like she was in the
cut that scene
hallway.
real fast.
She had her jumpers on in the hallway, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden she comes in the courthouse and she's like in pretty pink.
Yeah,
I'm like,
there you
the fuck?
We see Ghost by the elevator. He's there. He's in a disguise
Like
as
he's looking like an elevator maintenance man.
maintenance man. And we see Keisha on the outside of the courthouse looking kind of worried and hesitant to go in to start her part of the job. But there's a part when Alicia is in the courthouse, she has a sip of water and becomes sick really quick. She starts coughing a lot.
Volume or something.
Some kind of
yeah.
African.
That shit kicked in quick.
Yeah, it did.
Like within minutes.
Yeah,
Gets
the
a text
bailiff,
message.
the guy
It's
who
like
put the water on the
$10,000,
desk, he
yeah.
gets a text that says he just got $10,000. And they're taking her out into the hallway.
We see Drake get taken into the courthouse and gets taken right
Oh,
back
yes,
out.
right before that happened, they show him come in and they're like, no, get him out. Like, why are you bringing him in here? And then that's when they give her the water.
She is taken into the bathroom. There's a guard that checks the bathroom to make sure no one else is in it.
There's an out of order stall, and inside of it, Keisha's on top of the toilet.
You hear Alicia probably throwing up, whatever, and then you don't hear anything. Keisha texts Tommy saying that she's here.
So she skates out. Surprisingly, none of the guards see
Nobody
her walk
sees
out.
her.
I
Nobody.
think that just got lucky or something.
Yeah,
I don't
something.
know.
I get it.
My man is like looking all confused when he
Yeah,
sees
Ghost is
like,
confused.
and I'm just like,
Yeah.
Should have just shot her in the head right there.
Oh my god. So
No,
then
I'm
these
playing.
the ambulance comes in and it's the two guys that work for Tommy. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? I don't know their damn names.
SATs and glasses. That's
One of them
what
is
they
named
call
like
them.
2-Bit, I think.
Yeah,
One of them-
2-Bit.
2-Bit is
the guy
glasses,
that's SATs.
yes.
Alicia is in the bathroom. She gets put on a gurney. She
Yep.
gets rolled out of the courthouse into an ambulance in the parking lot.
And Tommy is there. Tommy comes out of the back of the ambulance. He's helping put the gurney in. And that's when Ghost pulls up in the truck that he's stolen. And he's looking out and they see each other. And right before he drives off, Tommy kind of tips his hat to him.
This Ghost was getting ready to shoot him because he rolled his window down and grabbed the gun. I would have pulled out and started bucking on him.
Next scene, we see Alicia. She kind of like comes to, and she is with Jason.
They're in like a warehouse or something like that.
She wants a cigarette, and he gives it to her. And he wants her to tell her some information or help.
All her
Yeah,
routes.
all the stuff
all
that
her
she
routes,
does,
her
yeah.
routes and everything.
She tells him to go fuck himself, and then something really bad happens after that.
Yeah.
He grabs the gun, he shoots her in her chest, and then shoots her like in her neck or some shit.
Right underneath the damn.
Like,
Yeah, they get
there.
right up on him.
Oh my god.
I was like, ouch.
And then Tommy comes out of the shadows and
He's like,
yo, why did you do this? If you were just gonna come here and have her get killed, you were gonna do that. Why did you have me bust her out? He was like, and why did you have Ghost there too? He's like, well, you're a betting man, you know. I figured one of you guys would pull it off, and I'll be honest, I was pleasantly surprised that it was you.
yeah, good thing. Nobody thinks Tommy is the guy.
It's all good. You don't have
Everybody thinks.
to. Hey, he still got his too. As soon as he walks away, he picks up the cigarette that Alicia had and keeps it.
Next scene is Ghost and Proctor talking about Tommy. During their talk, it's a text message from Jason saying he needs to bring in his money.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, Ghost is, I've been saying, your man is going through it right now. I'm sorry. He's just in a bad
though.
way, man.
But
he's going through
look,
it, man.
That's why his name is Ghost. He's Ghost for a reason.
That's cool.
They always make it through. You can't stop a ghost.
All right, next scene we have Ghost at his club where the one guy, I think his name is Simon.
Simon, yep. The old Simon comes back. Good old Simon. And of course, in racist form.
Yeah, he's like expressing some things to Ghost, but it doesn't seem nice or genuine at all.
Not at all. He
Like,
basically
just-
says things like white lives matter. And then he
Yeah.
says something about, now I'm going to be a part of your daughter's legacy because I own 3% and whatnot. Oh, now we're going to be really close partners. The old Ghost, he would have just probably snapped right there and said, fuck it, man. Kill this guy right here.
But see-
I'll cover it up.
Next scene we have Tommy and Keisha talking. They're happy about how the job went.
He's basically saying he needs a way to get this money washed. You need to let me get in touch with Tasha. She's like, wow, so she can wash it through my shop. And he's like, well, I mean, you got a better idea? She's like, well, I'll do it. Fuck it. He's like, oh, word? Okay.
She's like, I know how to do it now.
Next scene we have Dre with Sax. Sax tells Dre that Dre is off the hook. He can leave, but he can't have his daughter.
Double crossing mother. Like, anybody would be pissed. That's
because
foul
Stacks
shit, man.
he doesn't want to lose his job.
Yeah, that's what he says. If I do this happens, I'm gonna lose my job. And before he walks out the room, he's like, yo, you know how the streets can be. So if I were you, I'd watch my back.
And the emotion that Dre is selling on his face, he looks really upset.
Hey,
Yeah, you don't fuck with a man's daughter, a man's
man.
child, man.
going through it, man.
Towards the end of the episode, Ghost calls Tommy, pitches an idea like, hey, we should squash our beef and try to take out Jason. And Tommy is not on board with that.
Yeah, and then basically Ghost also makes it even worse. Ghost is slipping up because his words used to be so slick, and he's losing the slickness of the
Because
words.
ghosts don't give a
Because
fuck.
what happened is now he's telling him like, well, I was always better at this than you.
'Cause
Tommy's
he-
like, word? You know what?
He kind of paused, like
Go
his face,
fuck yourself.
his face got like real
Yeah.
normal.
Because Ghost is, and always will be, better than Tommy.
Unfortunately, not right now.
Still is right now. You just saying that because you ain't got his hair. You got the same haircut.
All right, guys, that is the episode. Hopefully we got everything.
Don't forget the Gumby.
Yeah, let us know what you think about the episode. Comment below, like the video, share it, subscribe. I'm Beat the Rockstar, part of Super Obvious.
I am Words Illah.
Mr. 4.0.
We'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace. What's up, fuckers? Now I'm playing.
Bro, chill.
Probably leave that in there, man. That's good stuff.
Ghost, 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 ghost.
There's not many ways you could open up a video better than that.
Yeah.
Bloopers.